Hello, my name is Julie and welcome to my first video upload. I am sitting in the garden. It is glorious sunshine. I am sitting with my mate here. He doesn't speak much, so I guess I'm going to be doing the talking today. So welcome. 2020. Why does it look like a car crash? Simply, we are going through a transition right now. We are going through an evolutionary cycle. 10,000 years ago, we were energetically quarantined off from the rest of the universe. Right now, we are in the process of reconnecting back with the universe. So let me see if I can explain this with a very simple drawing. Me and you, matchstick man, the human, the physical body. Physical body is sitting within the mind. The mind is a field. In here is the brain. The brain is deriving information from the mind and then processing it. The brain is just the processor. 10,000 years ago, we were plugged in to a subsection of this greater mind, this greater awareness, this infinite intelligence. We were energetically quarantined off from the rest of this. This subsection, if you like, is a program, is an artificial intelligence. It is of an inverted and back to front nature. It's a very narrow bandwidth of frequency that we have been limited within. We don't thrive in this frequency, we only survive in this frequency. It's also why we devolve, we degrade and we disease within this frequency. It's also all life as we have known it for the last 10,000 years. It is responsible for the way we have all developed. It's responsible for our belief systems. It's responsible for creating the content of our subconscious minds. And it has been passed down and passed down from generation to generation. This frequency is what we see externally. This is what we have created externally, what we see externally, as we have all been operating in this frequency. As we are now in this process of unplugging from this and retuning back into this, everything now within this energetic bubble is dismantling, breaking down and being unveiled. All life as we have known it is dismantling, breaking down, and everything within it is being unveiled. As that happens collectively, as that happens as we see it externally, so too does that happen on an individual level. Because this is part of our makeup, this is part of how we have developed, and whether you've been on this planet for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, makes no difference. We have all developed and learned and operated within this frequency. So as it now breaks down, as I say, so too does it on an individual level. So some individuals may be going through a process of mental, emotional, or even physical purging. Things like physical disease might be presenting in the body. On an individual and personal level, some people's lives may look rather chaotic right now. Life situations and circumstances, relationships, careers, patterns, behaviours, addictions, finances, anything and everything as life as we know it could be in a chaotic stage for some individuals right now. Whether you as an individual are aware of this collective and this cosmic transition, if you like, that we're in right now, makes no difference. We are in it, it is happening. And if you are not personally aware at this point, you will become aware at some point. Now, of course, it's much more complex than that, it's much more multifaceted. So what I'm going to be doing is uploading multiple videos on the various facets of this transition. What does it mean to retune back into the universe? What does it mean to reconnect? What is this natural organic template, this blueprint that we are designed to operate from. What does it mean on a practical and an individual level? How do I access this quantum field? I'm also going to be talking about things like the DNA and why the DNA is really important right now in understanding our organic way of operating. I'm also going to talk about some of my personal experience. Right now there are millions of us on this planet that have gone through this transition, gone through this process, or are partway through this process. Of course there are billions that are still unaware of this process at this point. However, at the speed we are now accelerating and the window we are in is going to last 2 or 3 years, the dismantling, breaking down and the unveiling, the surfacing within each individual and collectively. Once we move into the integration part of that, and everybody's at a various stage, everybody's at a different point in the process, as you start to move into your integration process and you've reconnected back with yourself, with each other, with the planet, you've started to become energetically aware of your reconnection, and then you start recreating new from the organic template that you are designed to operate from. Each of us as individuals have a unique frequency signature. Each of us individually have got something to recreate with. We have got something to put into the mix, into the collective suit, to change the landscape of our lives, our personal lives, and the external world as we see it. Now, I've been into this process for around 10 years now. So I've got a lot of personal experience with the energetics of this, with the practical and the personal aspects of this. What does it mean for real life? Because it's all well and good, it's sounding all a little bit woo-woo and out there, but how do we anchor that in, and how do we simplify it, and how do we take practical steps in our everyday lives to make this transition as smooth as possible for each of us? So watch out for those future videos, hit like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and see you soon.